Hi, if you're using Windows machine and you want to test or work on macOS Catalina, you have the options to create a virtual machine using the VMware Workstation or Player. So in this tutorial, I'm going to go over the steps needed to install macOS Catalina on Windows using the VMware Workstation. So before getting started, we are looking for a few tools and software that we need to have on the Windows. Obviously, running Windows operating system. In this tutorial, I'm using Windows 10. You also need the VMware Workstation or Player installed on your Windows. Also, a VMware patch tool to unlock the macOS installation process on the VMware Workstation or Player application. Text editor such as Notepad, which is already installed on Windows machines. And finally, the ISO image for macOS Catalina. It's about 5 gigabytes, and I'm going to upload it and leave it in my Google Drive for you to upload the patch tool and the ISO image. So after finish downloading the patch tool, find the win-install.cmd, and this is the one here. Right click, then run as administrator. Click on yes, and here the patch tool will install on your Windows, and it will take a few minutes. Now it's the patch tool installed on your Windows. So after opening your VMware Workstation, here I'm using the VMware Workstation Pro. Click on create a new virtual machine. Select typical, click on next. Click on I will install the operating system later, click on next. Here from this menu, click on select Apple Mac operating system and choose the 10.15, which is the Catalina. Name your virtual machine. I'm going to name it macOS Catalina. Select the location for this virtual machine. I'm going to select drive D, then I'm going to go for this folder, then select this folder. Click on OK. Next. The maximum disk size, I'm going to put 100 gig, and I'm going to switch to store virtual disk as a single file. Click on next, click on finish. Now this is the virtual machine. Click on edit virtual machine setting, and here I want to change the RAM or the memory to 4 gig. Now the processors, let me select 2, and the core going to be 2. Here the ISO image, select the Catalina that you downloaded. So browse for your image here, and this is the image. So click on OK. Now we should power on this virtual machine. But before doing so, we are going to add the configuration file for this virtual machine. So the file is located on your the VMware folder, the folder that you selected to install the virtual machine, and this is the configuration file. Right click, then open with. You can select the Notepad. You are going to see these configuration for this virtual machine. Scroll all the way down. I'm going to type in smc.version and then space equal space, and then I'm going to put 0. click on File, then Save, then Exit. Going back to my virtual machine, now I can power on this virtual machine. So click on Power on this virtual machine. Now you see the Apple logo. After finishing loading, you will see this page. It will take a few minutes to load the installation window. So after a few minutes, we see the language selection. Click on English, next. Now in the macOS utilities, we're going to select disk utility. Click on continue. We need to actually select the virtual disk. So this is our virtual disk here, and this is the virtual disk. And select the virtual disk, click on erase, select a name, so macOS hard drive, let's say, so hard, and this is just a random name. Click on erase, click on done. And this is the hard drive that the operating system will be installed on. Click on close. Back to the main window, select and install macOS. Click on continue. So here, click on continue. Click on agree. So agree on the agreements. Select the hard drive, click on install, and now the macOS Catalina will be installed on the disk, the virtual disk that we created. This will take a few minutes. Now once it's done, this will reboot and you will see the logo. Now you have to also give it a few minutes. So here's the welcome page. Select your country.
macOS contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver, press Command F5.
Click on continue, and then click on continue. Data and privacy, click on continue. So here, transfer information. Select I don't need to transfer. Click on continue. So if you have an Apple ID, you can enter this ID. I'm going to select setup later. So here is the terms and condition, agree. Click on agree. Now you can set up a computer, the account. And the password. Click on continue. So click on continue. If you want to share your the data from your machine, screen time. If you want this one, I'm going to disable Siri for now. Click on continue. Select your Windows browsing theme. I'm going to go for dark. Click on continue. Now the Mac is being set up. And here we have it. And this is the MacOS Catalina. So if we go to the Apple logo on the left side, we can click on about this Mac to check the information. And here we have version 10.15.3 Mac Catalina. So now you have the opportunity to use the Mac operating system Catalina on your Windows if you want to test and all work on Mac OS from your Windows machine. If you're using VMware Workstation, it's also recommended to use the VMware tools, and this is going to be the final steps. In order to do that, I want to I'm going to shut down the machine. So I'm going to turn off the Mac, then shut down. And once it's off, I'm going to click on edit virtual machine setting, and then I'm going to go to CD DVD and switch from ISO image to physical drive. Click on OK. Power on. So now from the top side here, I want to click on VM, then install VMware tools. Then you see the window inside your Mac now. Click on install VMware tools. Click on continue, install, continue installation. Enter the password for your user account, and this should install the package for the VMware tools in order to use the full screen on your VMware workstation, and also to make it a better experience for your Mac virtual machine. So this will take about like 3 minutes. So once you see the security preferences on your Mac, click on Open Security Preferences, and you want to allow the VMware tools software in your security setting. So here, click on this, type in your password, click on Enter, and here click on Allow. Click on OK, and that should be it. Close this window. So here, once it's done, click on Restart. So here, I click on close this. Again, from the VMware, click on VM tab, update VMware tools, and here click on uninstall VM tools. Once again, click on continue, uninstall, and continue installation. Type in the password. So let me go ahead and restart. So once the machine is rebooted, enter your password, hit on enter. And now we should have features such as a full screen on our VMware workstation. So here we go. This is a full screen macOS Catalina, and now you do have the opportunity to play around with macOS, try to get familiar with it, and that should be it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, let me know. Talk to you next time. Bye.